4 days before the disaster. Uh-oh. That's not very good. Hello, friends. My name is Willow, and welcome to Whispers of the Village. Now, this is a cozy witchy game about being the, fortune teller for a local community, and you're reading people's tea leaves in their cups and telling their futures. So, already up my alley, gorgeous aesthetic. I really can't wait to see what it is. This is a free game on Steam. It's a free full game. It's not a demo. It is just out there for you to play. So let's go ahead and see what it's all about. It was on a pleasant afternoon that I arrived in what I thought was a peaceful village, deep in the hinterland. Being used to provincial towns from my internet lifestyle, I noticed that every one of them had their little quirks that distinguished them from the others. This village's peculiarity, the fissure, was one of the most intriguing features I'd ever seen in such a place. Little did I know that wasn't the reason I was going to remember this village. On the same night, several visions occurred to me. Most of them were way too vague to comprehend anything, but one was clearer than the others. A light coming out from a devastating heat. A dreadful omen. A blaze. Every morning I usually draw my visions in my trusty journal, but today, unlike other days, it wasn't to train my abilities, it was to solve the mystery of my own predictions. 7:30 a.m. 4 days before the disaster? Uh-oh. That's not very good. Hello, can I come in? Of course, I'm always open. Thank you. It's okay, take your time.
Huh?
The poster says you're a fortune teller, so do you see the future? Being a fortune teller is all about interpretation. I only pay close attention to what the tea leaves in an empty cup can tell me. Whether it's a friendly advice to follow, a cold, unwavering truth, or something else entirely is up to each and every one. Okay, that'll be helpful. I hope. My name is Kiro. I came to see you because, well, have you heard what's going on? No, but things do seem to be agitated outside. Yeah, a bunch of crazies. They woke up this morning and discovered some important object was missing, and now everyone's losing their wits. I see. That is concerning. Are you upset as well? What? No. I mean, yes, but not for the same reasons. No way any of their insane rambling is true. No way. But some people look very scared. Or angry. Or both. It's kind of weird.
Huh?
So I thought, since you can see the future or something like that, you could tell me how the village is going to turn out from that. Nothing quite as definitive as that. Since you'll be drinking the tea, everything I'll be able to tell you will be linked to you in one way or another. You could see it as your involvement in the village's affairs, how your actions will impact its future, maybe an event you have agency over. Oh, well, I'd like to hear it still. Community. Very well. The bond between you and your village. I hope. I don't know what to hope for, in fact. How does it work? What do I have to do? First, relax and enjoy your cup of tea. It's the most crucial part. Aha! Okay, in order to read your visitor's future in their tea leaves, you have to decipher the symbols in their cup. For that, you have a few sheets where symbols and their associated meanings are gathered. So I can see discover. Already, and then it looks like death. That's not great. Okay. Oh, is it? Oh no, it's not discover, it's downfall. Downfall and death. Okay. Okay. Farther future, near future, present. Okay. Secret trap, treason, vice. Visit work. Error guide, lost love, luck, protection, revelation. Accident, attack, concern. Oh, I have to let it go. I see. My bad, gang. I was wanting to do that while still holding it in the air. A new stamp was unlocked on the prediction page in the notebook. Well, death and downfall. Alright, each symbol is associated with a meaning, which you can now see on the cup summary. They need to be interpreted together regarding the subject of the reading, since they describe a situation in which the character is or will be caught. To that is added a temporality. The cup is divided into 3 stones of temporality, present in the outer circle, near future in the middle circle, and the distant future in the center circle. These all seem to span all 3. To define which symbol is in which temporality, you need to pay attention to the gold specks in the cup. If they overlap a symbol, they would need to be interpreted in the temporality where the specks are placed. When you finish your interpretation, the summary of the cup will be written in the character sheet of the notebook. So the gold speck is in the farther future, and so those are all in the farther future, I suppose. These are the signs the leaves sent my way. It can't be good. As I've told you, it only depends on how you want to understand them and how you decide to act upon them. It can't be good. What am I supposed to do with this? Sorry, got worked up a bit too fast. You're the last person I should be angry at. I just have to think about everything for a bit. It's all right. I hope it will relieve you of your worries and help with mine as well. Thanks. Well, I'll go now. But if you need anything, yeah, just ask me. I'm a reliable guy, you know. You got a bunch of leaves and sticks in your hair, though. Oh, I'll keep your kind offer in mind. Thank you. Okay, be safe. See you. Oh, one more second, if I may. Huh? What? Could I ask you exactly what disappeared last night? You'll laugh. Then that would give you the right to laugh at me for seeing in tea something more than an afternoon drink. It's a pot. A pot. Oh. What kind of pot? Okay, almost noon. Is someone knocking? Please come in. Delighted to meet you. It's rare to see travelers around here. But I can't remember the moment I authorized anyone to set up their business in our beautiful village. May I ask who you are, madam? I'm only a fortune teller. I travel from village to village reading the future of good souls in a cup of tea. And you? What can you tell me about yourself? Me? I'm simply the mayor of this village. I've been protecting the traditions and tranquility of our citizens for 50 years. And your fables about reading the future and other witchcrafts are of no interest to their needs right now. Could I try to change your mind with some tea? No, thank you. I don't need to change my mind. I need the situation to get better. Oh, well, then could you maybe tell me more about what's happening in your village? Or give me more details about this pot? For someone who arrived just recently, you seem to know quite a lot already. Where'd you hear this? I don't only serve tea, I also listen to the one who drank it. Which is how I learned that a pot disappeared last night. You shouldn't disturb the good fellows living here, and they shouldn't disturb you either. Do remember, though, that it's not just a pot, it's the pot. It is a pillar of our village. It has safeguarded our community for decades. And how did a pot obtain such an important role? The pot. Yes, the pot. Forgive me. Let me educate you. It was 50 years ago. I was still a young man when Earth itself went into a frightful rage. Our village, once so peaceful, seemed to have attracted an evil wrath. The ground tore under our feet and began to swallow everything in its path. The fissure. But in this tragedy, what we thought insignificant became our savior. The pot. Exactly. In its boundless hunger, the fissure stopped abruptly in front of the pot. It hadn't moved or flinched at the fissure. So, to the village, the pot serves as a protector against the fissure. More than a protector, a sacred relic. Without it, the whole fate of the village is at stake. Without the pot, the fissure will grow larger again, and the village will sink into the flames of hell. And I will not let that happen. I will find the pot. Thank you. I understand better now. As a fortune teller, I could help you see what may lie ahead a little more clearly. I don't need your help. The last 50 years went just fine without you. As you wish, but you'll lose nothing more than some time savoring a hopefully delicious brew. And forgive me, but I realize I haven't caught your name yet. For you, it's Mr. Horvath. Mr. Horvath. The village clearly means a great deal to you, and I would be honored to offer some support. The cards are in your hand, and it's up to you to use them. Well, do try your magic tricks on me. We shall see if you can tell me anything useful. Let's try fortune? Let's take a look at your fortune. Do you consider yourself lucky, Mr. Horvath? Like everyone, I think. I've been both very lucky and had some unpleasant things happen. Are we really going to talk about my luck? Luck, happenstance, all the little things you can't foresee or control. There's a lot to take from them. Just wait a second for me to make your tea. Oh, well, that looks like attack. And then downfall once again. And then luck. That's actually pretty good. A new stamp was unlocked on the prediction page in the notebook. Selects now. Pretty good. These words. Are they suggesting I'm guilty of something? Mere words can in no way accuse you, Mr. Horvath. It's only what you see in them. Let's be careful about that. At some point in our lives, we've all done something that has gone beyond our intentions. If it hasn't happened before, then it will. Nonsense! I've always given my everything to this village. I've always done what was best for my fellow citizens. This situation is the thief's fault and in no way mine. They do say hell is paved with good intentions. And I say that for 50 years, nothing has ever disrupted the stability and happiness of our community. But someone dared to touch what is most sacred to us. Someone has broken my trust, the whole village's trust, and I won't tolerate that. Do you have an idea of who might have done this then? Or why, for that matter? I'm working on it. But at the moment, I barely have a few leads, and nobody in the village seems to know what happened. And have you thought of a possibility other than theft? How could it be anything else? The pot has been holding back the fissure for 50 years. Are you implying it could have been swallowed by it? That's impossible. Someone must have tampered with the pot. Someone I will find, for everyone's sakes. I hope you will bring about a peaceful resolution, but I don't put so much pressure on yourself. You've already done a lot for the village. I know that, but don't worry about me. I have a strong back. Besides, the village has always been able to return the favor. That's very nice. How so? I care about this village, and they care about me. I deserve it. But if I want to keep deserving it, I have to get back to work, even harder than before. I mustn't waste a second if I want to find the culprit before it's too late. Very well. See you next time, then. Don't forget, should you need anything, my caravan's always open. Don't count on it too much, but I'll see if I have enough time. I'll be waiting for you then. Goodbye. Next? Who's coming? Oh, baby. May I come in? Of course, you can sit right here. Thank you. Your caravan is lovely. The little lights on the ceiling are just wonderful, and the fabrics. Where did you buy them? I got them as I went along my travels. You must have gathered all kinds of interesting items. But where are my manners? I didn't even introduce myself. My name is Valeri. Nice to meet you. I'm this village's very own postwoman. Happy to meet you, Valeri. May I ask what brought you to my humble caravan? I saw you had just arrived, and as newcomers are quite rare in our village, I was curious. Tell me about yourself. Have you been traveling for long? Why did you choose to stop here? And how do you... Oh, sorry. One question at a time, of course. Well, I must confess, I'm not used to my guests asking me questions. I didn't mean to embarrass you. Terribly sorry. No, don't worry about it. I appreciate your interest. For a long time now, I've been traveling from village to village in hopes that the tidbits of the future I could share would push people to take control of their own fate. By now, I think I even lost count of the years. Seeing the future, what a wonderful gift. I can't imagine the number of people who would dream to possess it. It's not necessarily what you think. Destiny doesn't serve you all what you want to know on a silver platter. It's up to me to find the signs and to my visitors to interpret them. Incredible! And then, I think I've developed a taste for human contact. I like learning more about my visitors. Their personality, their past, their ambitions. Every single person is unique. Giving the keys of self-understanding to those who need them is one of the most beautiful things I aspire to do. So, Valeri, could you tell me a bit more about yourself? Well, my life isn't the most exciting thing we could talk about. If I have an hour or two one day, I could tell you a bit more. What happened in the village is of far greater interest. I did hear there was a lot of activity. I imagine you already know all about it. Of course! Nothing gets past me, you see. And I can tell you it doesn't bode well. The pot was protecting us from the fissure. Without it, I'm afraid it's going to wake up again. I was there when the fissure ravaged our village. just a little girl at the time. What a terrible day. I've never been so afraid in my life. Considering how deeply instilled the fear of the fisher is among the locals, I'm willing to believe you. I simply hope the pot will be found soon, and if not, I think we'll just have to pray. But talking about it does nothing except stressing everybody out. Why don't you read my future? All this talk about destiny has gotten me curious. Of course, I'll make you some tea. Let's talk about community, shall we? Could you tell me more about your relationship with the village? I adore our village. Even if it doesn't seem like it at first, there's always something going on here. Is that so? Please relax, and the tea will tell us all about that. Oh, what do I see? What do I see? Accident? Or is that... Yes. Oh. There. Okay, and so what's this? So it's similar to you. Okay, and then what's this? Would that be, yeah. Well, okay. A new stamp was unlocked on the prediction page notebook, so a nearby visit, a revelation, guide, and an error. Uh-oh. An error? Guilt? Oh, guilt instead of guide. Did I misread it? A mistake. What a tease you are. I don't see how I could have done anything to deserve words like this thrown at me. I always made my deliveries on time. I was always polite to the villagers. Sometimes even drank tea with the older ones. I'm thinking, but nothing comes to mind. Because it probably hasn't happened yet. My readings are mostly about the future. Well, if that's the case, should I worry? Don't you have any more clues or any information you might have missed in the tea? I've told you everything fate deigned to show me. You can now perceive it in any way you want. With the pot gone, I thought nothing could be worse. Apparently I was wrong. Nothing is inescapable. If you want to avoid it, you could try thinking about any small habits, plans, or ideas you might have that might lead you there. I'm drawing a blank, I'm afraid. It's thanks to all of this that I know everything going on in the village. And I can't see how it could bring any trouble. On the opposite. One day the baker lost her favorite trinket on the way to the bakery. The poor woman was so upset. If I hadn't known the exact route she took every day to work, as well as her daily routine to the minute, I'd never have been able to find it for her. And it was the same thing when the gardener went missing. If I hadn't known, Gregor told him. Oh, sorry, looks like I got distracted. Don't mind it. I can see who can be a great help to the villagers. But it could have been a problem in the past as well. Not everyone is necessarily aware that I know so much, and that's fine. It all gives me a better perspective on what's going on, especially during these conflicting times. Then you could make a very good mediator. I generally prefer not to intervene in personal problems. Oh? To let others find solutions on their own? Yes. Well, not really. As curious as I am, I wouldn't step in. I don't think it's my place. Is that where you draw the line? It could be useful to the village. Since you know it that well, you could bring wisdom to it. That's very kind of you, but I'm watching from afar, really. I'm comfortable in the role of a simple postwoman, and speaking of, it's time to deliver my precious letters to everyone. Do you always do so at this time of day? Mail time is when I say it is. We'll see you soon. Yes, I hope your delivery goes well. Well, she was fun. I do wish the music continued, I will say. My one critique. Excuse me, are you free right now? Yes, come in. Thank you. How are you? It's been an unusual day, but I'm fine, thank you. What about you? Unusual is the word, among many other unpleasant ones. Oh, my name is Anka, by the way. Pleased to meet you. Pleasure is all mine. Did you need someone to talk to about your concerns, Anka? I think I have a surface understanding of what your village is troubled with. Oh, no, it's fine, thank you. I was mostly curious about fortune-telling itself. As far as I can remember, we never had anyone like you in our small, isolated village. It's true that people initiated in my art are few and far between. As for me, my travels never brought me here before, but I'm glad I arrived when I did. And I would be happy to tell you more about what I do. Really? Well, then how do you do it? Do you see something invisible in the tea, or can you hear the voice of a higher being? Oh, I know. You grow the leaves thanks to a ritual gifting them mystic powers that link your mind to the one drinking the tea. An interesting theory, but sadly nothing as elaborated. It's hard to describe, in fact. I would say it starts with not being afraid or dismissive of what can't be seen, and very slowly sharpening your instinct for it. All you need after that is personal conviction, and accepting to leave some things up to the imagination. I'm sorry if this isn't what you had in mind. That's all right. I do think it's wonderful that your beliefs fill you with so much purpose. What can't be seen is something I try to capture as well. In that case, would you like that I try to show it to you with a cup of tea? A personal reading? I could use some guidance about my work, or what I could do for the village, I suppose. So you are concerned? Well, who wouldn't be? We may all be swallowed by hell in an instant. Then, do you not wish to talk about it? I guess it would be all right as well. So please, go ahead with your divination. Let's do your work. Because we haven't gotten to do that for anyone else. You spoke of your work. Is it important to you? Very. I dream every day of being able to earn a living thanks to it. I'm an artist. Rather, I like to call myself that. I don't think I've proven much yet, but I know I will. What form does your art take? Oh, a bit of everything. I draw, I paint, I sculpt. Depends on what my muse whispers into my ear. But don't mind me. Proceed with the reading. I'll tell you more afterwards. Of course. An artist, you say? Oh, boy. Let's see. Looks like destruction. Well, that's not great. Oh, but love. Ah, and a new stamp. I like the stamps, too. We'll have to take a look at our stamp collection when we're done. Those are very evocative words. I'm excited to find out about their meaning. I've always been the kind of person to take as many different sources of inspiration as I can, and I'm sure you'll provide a very interesting one, too. I can only hope. But what about the muse you spoke of earlier? Isn't she your inspiration? Well, rather than being my source of inspiration itself, she helps me find those sources. You could also call her my artistic sense. When I follow her, I always end up creating the most lovable pieces of work. To me, at least. But the feelings I pour into them are so intense I can't imagine them not being able to pierce someone else's heart. Do I sound overconfident? I've always believed this to be true, but do you remember what I told you about my own art? Personal conviction is a crucial ingredient. Though our fields may differ, the same should go for you as well. If it's personal conviction I need, I should be just fine. You see, growing in such a tight-knit village, I became convinced that the bonds formed by people are the strongest thing in existence. I wish to translate them into my art, and through it, have people realize the worth of their own bonds, form new ones. Although to achieve that, I would need an audience, a place to display my work, and a bit more materials to show, to be honest. Lots of hypotheticals, I know. But if there's one thing I'm set out to do, it's this. You have my full support. It's impressive that you have such a clear purpose in mind, in spite of your young age. I know my divinations only started making sense for other people once they made sense to me. Thank you. It's so nice to be able to talk about this. Not that I've never had anyone interested to hear about my art, quite the opposite. But hearing about the perspective and experience of another art form, that is a first. I'm glad. And I'm glad you decided to stop by for tea. Since we're talking about it, would you like showing me your work? If it's alright with you, of course. Oh! I could show you some of my past drawings. As for my current work, I'm afraid you'll have to wait till it's completed. It's a sculpture, you see. I make it from found items. And it's kind of heavy, so bringing it here from the barn where I work on it would be a complete hassle. I'll just have to hope I stay here long enough to see it completed. And if not, I'm sure I'll hear about your art in the future. I appreciate you saying that. I'll try my best to make that dream come true, even if it means leaving this village I love. I suppose it's not the easiest place to get exposure in. Quite the understatement. Art is understandably so, not one of the village's central interests. It could become one, through you. You think so? But as long as the pot's disappearance isn't resolved, I can't deny we have other priorities. It's perfectly fine to take things one at a time. Think about easing your distress. Think first about easing your distress, one way or another. I'll try, thank you. I'll go back to the barn now, but I look forward to our next talk. Me as well. Have a nice day. Oh, is it already open? I know that some of my visitors prefer to come at dawn, and I'm an early bird myself. That's perfect, because I wanted to see you before delivering my letters. It's about the pot. Even if nothing happened yesterday, I'm still worried. I know there's no point in getting nervous, because it won't change anything, but still. It remains a worrying situation. There's nothing wrong with admitting it. And even when the pot was in place, things still happened. It was only there to contain the worst of it. Things happened? Yes, random objects would sometimes disappear without leaving a trace. They say the fissure swallowed them. Have you seen it happen? No, never with my own eyes. But could it be something else, I wonder? I don't know the village well enough to say. But if objects have been swallowed by the fissure in the past, do you think the same could have happened to the pot? It can't be. The pot would never fall into the fissure because it's precisely what prevents it from growing. Honestly, I just think some villages are being naughty, if you understand what I mean. Have you got a lead? Oh! We'll get there in a second. Maybe. But I'm certain the fissure isn't to blame for the pot's disappearance. I can guarantee that. You're being awfully mysterious, Valeri. Ha ha ha! By discovering so many of everyone's little secrets, I've come to understand how to keep them all. But if my suspicions get stronger, perhaps I'll tell you more. I see. Could you be willing to share some of your keys to discover what's hidden? You seem to be a specialist. I can't say I'm not curious considering my line of work. Oh, there's nothing magical about it. It's my job that provides me with so much information. When you spend your time traveling from house to house, from villager to villager, as you walk around the village, you're inevitably going to see a lot. You must really know the village like the back of your hand. I know every nook and cranny of it. I think I could even cross it blindfolded without any problem. Does it get boring over time? Not at all. And I still get to go to the city sometimes. Every month I go there for special deliveries, or to buy a few trinkets. By the way, guess what I found there some months ago? I don't know. Beautiful vases? Scented candles? Gnomes! Gnomes? Yes, garden gnomes! They were positively adorable, so the last time I went to the city, I bought them all. What a cute, albeit uncommon hobby. Oh, but you should see their little faces. So cute. The latest one in particular. I've put them all in my garden so the whole village can enjoy it. Very generous of you. It must also add a lot of color to the village. And now that I think about it, I'll have to remember to buy some tea next time. Yours has made me want to brew my own. I'm very glad to hear it. On that note, would you like some? If the current situation is stressing you out, maybe this could help. So very kind of you. I'd be delighted. Oh, let's talk about fortune then. That's the only one that's open. Luck! Interesting. Do you feel unlucky when it comes to certain events? Not really. And as I said, my life isn't the most exciting at all. And do you expect fortune to ever change that? Well, I've never asked myself that question, and to tell you the truth, my life suits me just fine. Delivering letters, getting to know the whole village. No, really, I enjoy my life. Very well, let's see if fate has a surprise for you. All right. Love? And lost. Uh-oh. Love lost? Or lost love? Something loved is going to be lost. Well, if I understand what you've told me, if that's how you want to understand it, words of destiny aren't meant to be one way. I see. It's simply astounding. Seeing all this through tea leaves, what an incredible gift. I'd love to be able to do the same, just imagining all the things I could find out thanks to this. You seem to have a very inquisitive mind, Valeri. inquisitive and sharp. And yes, for as long as I can remember, I've always been curious. From who had stolen the neighbor's chicken to why the old butcher couldn't stand the miller, I wanted to know everything. All the juicy little stories. And this village has its fair share of stories, if I understand correctly. Absolutely. I'm telling you, whether you know where to start. Okay, I'm telling you, when you know where to search, it's impossible to get bored. But I think it was from the moment the fissure appeared onwards that I became so involved in what was happening in the village. It's no surprise that such an event would shake up your habits. You should have seen the chaos it created. Everyone was panicking, even with the pot stopping the fissure right in its tracks. People began to theorize about the reasons for the emergence of the fissure. Some were eccentric, others pragmatic. All of these stories fed my curiosity, and all of these stories fed my curiosity, and I also wanted to understand why this had happened. But that's not all. In this kind of small village, a lot is left unsaid. From my own experiences, I can only agree with you. Fear, anger, love, a lot of things can drive us to keep our little secrets. And secrets are made to be discovered, aren't they? Well, it depends on the secret, I suppose. Come on, we're all curious inside. Besides, it's hard to pretend not to see anything when some secrets are very loosely guarded. Well, if I keep talking, I'm going to be late. I still have a few letters to deliver, and nobody likes waiting for their mail. Have a nice day. In that case, my caravan is always open. Perfect, then, because I really enjoyed our little conversation. See you soon. Okay. Before anybody starts talking, I'm going to look at this. 𝕤𝕠𝕔𝕚𝕝 is what this is called. So I wanted to look at everybody's profiles. The character sheet classify the information learned about the characters. When you learn an important information about them, it will appear on the sheet. When you finish a 𝕤𝕠𝕚𝕝 reading, the summary of its cup will appear on the right page. An empty space is placed on in the left of their sheet on which you can write freely every information you need. Oh, I can type. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, we've done 2. Think someone from the village regularly steals items from others, owns a collection of garden gnomes, believes her gnosis is beneficial to others. Okay. Creates a sculpture made from trinkets found in the village. Is she the one stealing trinkets from other people? Spends most of her time in the barn. Predictions. The predictions sheet displays the events leading to the catastrophe. You need to complete the predictions from 1 to 5 to retrace the sequence of the events. To retrace the events, you can start by double-clicking on the desired prediction. Once open, you can drag and drop stickers into the slots of predictions. Once you're finished with the prediction, you can click on the outside to bring it back to the tradition page. But wait, there's a timeline. The predictions are numbered 1 to 6, from the last one being the clear prediction of the fire. You will need to reposition the first 5 in order. To swap 2 predictions, simply drag one and drop it on top of the other. The order will be validated when all predictions are in order. Interesting. Huh. So, how do you know? Where do we go from there? I don't know. Very interesting. All right, well then, I will call this good here. It is midnight, and I would like to go to sleep. But this was really fun. Okay, yes. Game is saved at the end of each character's visit. All progress before that will be saved. Okay. Well, we just finished a character visit, so we'll be all right. Well, how fun! I really did like this. I think I will continue this and finish the game and make it a series. So if you want to see the rest of this, subscribe to the channel and follow along as I upload these one at a time, of course. I'm probably going to try to keep them around 30-minute episodes. I don't know how long this game is, so I don't know how many episodes that's going to be, but they will all be uploaded here to this channel, so keep an eye out. And in the meantime, take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!